Markets today talk back. The market did quite well, recovering in the last 2 hours of trade as oil prices started to fall. It was a respectable close, especially given the tough global equity backdrop. We've been recapping what has happened during the course of the day. We got through 3 of the top 5 stories, and here's the 4th one. Again, lower oil prices pushed bond prices higher, yields lower, and the yield finally closed. It was down by close. Banking stocks, especially the public sector banks, zoomed higher in response. The Nifty Bank Index was up over 0.5%. The gains were led by both public and private sector banks. We got a question coming in. Arthur T from Mumbai is on the line with a question on, I think it is
IDFC Bank.
IDFC Bank. He's got 50,000 shares of IDFC Bank. Okay, let me go straight to Arthur. Arthur, thanks for calling in. You got a big position. Why don't you tell us your question?
Yeah, I've been holding the stock for, say, around 2 years now. And I bought it at somewhere around 50.35 per share on an average. So I want to know what is the future outlook of this particular stock for the next 1 year? And if I hold it for another 1 year, like what can I expect out of it?
Okay, that's a fairly long-term question. First, you go, Sanjeev, your view on IDFC Bank, purchased at 50 rupees, so a little bit of loss.
Well, I think that is all going to get rectified. We think the new management led by Mr. Vaidyanathan after the merger of Capital Trust will see a huge improvement in the working, in the CASA ratio, in all the other, it will be the best mix of MSME and retail accounts. You will get rid of an inefficient management which has been a bane, and I think you will see a huge outperformance. I don't rule out a target of 75 to 80 in the next 1.5 to 2 years. So stay put. This is a very, very worthy investment, and it will give you very, very good returns if you are slightly longer term.
Okay. Well, with that, Arthur, I hope that answers your question. Actually,
Sure, definitely.
Okay, if you can hang in there, a quick technical take as well, Mitesh.
See, for me also, I think it's a hold. I think the stock is now showing signs of a bigger reversal. Targets of 48 is the first one which I have on cards, and I think 54 can also happen if you give it about 12 to 15 months. Disclaimer here that I have a futures position on the trading side in this stock.
Okay, fine. With that, we come to Arthur. That's 2 opinions for you, and both of them converging, asking you to hold on. The last headline for the day from Dalal Street: the stocks that moved in trade today. Zee Entertainment was the top loser on the Nifty. The stock fell close to 8% after Bank of America Merrill Lynch downgraded that stock to underperform. They expect some near-term pressure in terms of ad revenue and subscription revenues, along with the cash invested in overseas funds.
Another stock that lost its charm today was United Phosphorus UPL. The stock fell over 3% after CIMB maintained a reduced call on the stock. They believe that drought in certain parts of Europe and soybean risks are likely to impact fungicide and insecticide sales in those regions. We've got a question, Lata.
Yeah, Amit Nisar from Mumbai has written with a question on UPL. He has been holding 100 shares of the company, purchased at 640 rupees a piece. He is a long-term investor, wants to know if he should hold or sell. 100 shares at 640 rupees. Sanjeev, you track the stock?
Yes, I think it's one of the best, largest players in, along with rallies in the insecticides and the pesticide market. It has a huge market presence even in Europe, and it's been doing very, very well. The only caveat is that it is hedged to the dollar, and those sometimes occur as mark-to-market gains because of the weakness of the currency. But I think if you are in this business, you have to give it slightly longer term. There are cyclical changes due to weather patterns, but we think locally the business is doing extremely well. And we think globally also in the next 6 months, you should see much more traction. It's a quality stock. I wouldn't say that you sell it. I still think in the next 1 year, you could get targets closer to 900 on this stock.
Okay. He's already making money. Mitesh, quickly, UPL?
I like the stock. I think, the stock has now recently started facing some resistance around the 780, 800 mark, but the medium-term trend for me is on the upside. My sense is that once it manages to get past the 780, 800 zone, I think 860, 865 could be the next target area, and then even the earlier highs of 890 could be revisited. So stay put, keep a stop loss around 715 mark over here.
All right, that's UPL. We move on to Jet Airways. Jet was down for the second straight session. It was down not much, by about 1% or so. The airline clarified that it was indeed cooperating with auditors after SEBI had ordered a forensic audit on the company's specific transactions from April 2014 till March of 2018.
That's SBI, I believe, not SEBI.
Okay, I think, okay, I said SEBI, sorry. Apologies. Okay. State Bank of India is what I meant. All right, Sujan Das has tweeted to us with a question on Jet. He's got 40 shares of Jet. His cost is 834. Price is what, 250. He's asking how long can he hold these shares? I mean, he could hold on, but should he or not is the question. So let's put this to Sanjeev. What would you say? 40 shares of Jet. His cost is 834.
Well, it's unfortunate because at a time when crude is hitting 14-month lows, the stock is also in a weak territory. There is problem of funding till we get a buyout, from either Etihad or the Tatas which showed interest. That could only spur some movement in the stock. So I would suggest on any rally or any rumor, when you try and get out, try and get into some other businesses. We suggested MGL, Ashok Leland. We are very bullish on State Bank, and you can look at many other colors or sectors in the market rather than stay put with a dud.
Okay, well, we don't have time for another opinion, but that was a fairly strong one coming from Sanjeev. Get out at the first relief you get in Jet Airways. Mitesh and Sanjeev, thank you very much for joining us. And with that, it's curtains on Markets Today Talk Back.
Thanks for watching.